I tell you what, it is a really good day for a documentary about the end of the world. The sky is horribly grey, it's misty, it's cold, there's a fog in the air of diesel emissions and overpopulation.
You don't stand in the street, stop ordinary people who are working hard, trying to earn a living.
We're open to anything.
Yes, get elected. Win the public, don't lose the public. Outrageous.
So what would be one of your suggestions to individual members of the public about what they can do personally about climate change?
Well, really, they can do small things personally, but really all the solutions have to be big. That's why we're doing this.
So it's been going really well. A lot of angry people, obviously, but there's also a lot of people who are coming by, giving us high fives, telling us like, thank you for what we're doing, which is so important and so uplifting.
And what would you say to people who are upset that they're inconvenienced?
So a lot of them, they don't really see the bigger picture. They're just seeing like the narrow view of like, oh, I need to get to work and I can't because I'm in this traffic. But at the end of the day, we're here for them as much as ourselves.
I don't think anyone who reads the facts and understands the truth will disagree with it. I don't think we somehow have accessed like knowledge above them. It's just I've been fortunate enough to run into it. That's why I try and tell people this is a mass cause. We're not a small group of people doing this. This is any single person who is worried about the state of climate change in the country.
I'm gonna fucking eat someone. I'm gonna fucking eat someone. My little girl, before you don't stop.
Right.
I'll fucking eat your fucking nose. No, don't fucking say sorry. Fuck you.
People don't get out of bed at 6 o'clock in the morning and come and stand in front of lorries in the middle of the road, pissing people off for no good reason. If you stand on the side of the road, no one takes any notice of you. But if you stand in the middle of the road, people can't help but notice. So I'm just on my break, having a coffee at a vegan cafe, a bit of breakfast, and I'm just feeling a bit depressed, to be honest. It just hit me of how what a Herculean task task it is to do this. I was thinking it's like trying to repair an aeroplane while it's still flying. You know, you can't take off a wing because it will crash. And you've got to keep it flying because if it crashes anyway, it's no point, is it? There's no point, you know, is it better to crash and maybe, I don't know, the analogy's gone too far, but you know what I mean. It's not that people aren't intelligent and people don't know about it. It's just the fact that they probably have all come to the conclusion that nothing can be done. But we can't accept that because I've got a baby. I feel really stupid sometimes. Part of me is so happy and just so scared. I'm so scared now. Alright, I've got it together now. Sorry, no one likes a crier on camera. I definitely wouldn't be here out filming this stuff if it wasn't for the fact that I have a newborn baby. Because actually it isn't really an option now just to let the plane slowly crash as opposed to repair it mid-air, because she's going to be on the plane when it eventually crashes, even if we don't fix it now. And I'm back to positive thinking. There's no point sitting around crying, it's not going to fix it. Okay, so I've made it to Oxford Circus now. It's very busy, so I'm actually really excited about the possibilities here of a mass take-up of the streets. And it's potentially fitting that Black Friday now come to be associated with a shopping spree and you know, deals on this, deals on that, will potentially be the catalyst that really propels this movement into the public view. So I'm interested to see how it develops. We've just set up literally 2 minutes ago, so reactions are muted. A lot less people getting annoyed, more interested, I would say. Taxi drivers are fuming, but you know, fair enough.
We've moved to Oxford Street. The good thing here is a lot more people are just walking around. They don't have anywhere to be, so a lot more people people are asking questions and stuff, a lot more curious. So that's good.
So what's your name and why are you here?
My name's Ro and I'm here because I care deeply about what we're doing to the world.
My name is Zappy, I'm here because I care about the environment.
I'm Matt, I'm from Cambridge, and I'm here to hopefully get some awareness out about the climate crisis we're heading towards.
My name's Alice, I'm here because I'm incredibly worried about climate change and I've been trying to do a lot for a long time and nothing has really worked, so I think it's time for this.
My name's Paul and I'm here for entirely the same reasons as Alice, and it's all to do with the issues of climate change, and we need to stand up.
I'm Izzy, I'm here to stand up to climate change, make the government take action and make a difference.
Hi, my name's Maddie. I'm here because I think disruption is a really good way to try and get people to listen, because we are in a state of crisis and something needs to be done about it.
We ask you, citizens of this great city, to join us tomorrow, 10 AM at Parliament Square, to stand up to the government.
So I just had an idea that I thought I could walk to the BBC and see if they're aware that a protest is happening right on their back door. Hi, is it alright if I just talk to reception for a little bit? Is that okay?
Are you filming here?
I am filming, yes, yeah. I just spoke to a colleague outside, someone who works for the BBC, and she said, I'm an independent filmmaker, I'm trying to see if the press are covering an activist blockade at Oxford Circus, and I just wanted to talk to see if any members of their press team are planning on covering that event. So it's completely independent. I'm not with any press or anything like that. So is that okay if I go and talk to the reception?
Well, you need to turn it off while you're on your front.
I have to turn it off. All right. Okay. So apparently I have to turn it off, but I will keep you updated. Hopefully, you know, I can get permission to turn it back on again in a moment. All right. Thanks a lot. Oh wow! I've literally never talked so much in my life. Okay. So I got shut. There's no go in there. And as far as I'm aware, you have to online make a request for someone to come down and cover something, which seems very slow. So yeah, absolute failure, basically. So what struck me would be really powerful here is if there were more people joining in with the movement. It seems a little bit like people are just a bit too busy going about their day.
This is quite dangerous because the police car coming. If someone has an accident, they can't get through.
Yeah.
What you think is fucking...
Right, sorry, do you want to have another chat, sir, or you just want to walk off? And maybe it is stupid to a degree. I'm not gonna argue with that. In a sense, blocking the roads, is that going to help climate change? No, not really. But statements and disruptive actions get people talking. And I do recognise you, sir, from your very famous videos, science videos. I think I've got one famous line that I remember from my school days, which was, "This is my sperm."
Oh, great.
So I'm an absolute fan. What do you suggest then?
Well, I think actually, you know, it is happening because I think it's become much more of a real issue, and I think sometimes we underestimate what's going on in schools. Because ultimately, the way you change a generation is by going to primary schools. I mean, they're right. We need to move faster, but I think it's important not to exaggerate as well, because that loses confidence then. Anyway.
Great, thank you very much. Right, I can't remember his name, God, but I definitely recognise him. So yeah, his point, education. I couldn't agree more. And I just heard one young chap saying chatting shit, so it would be nice to be able to have a chat with him. Do you want to have a chat, sir?
Quite like to, yeah.
Yeah, you want to have a chat? So what are your thoughts here today? Do you know what this movement's about? What are your thoughts?
Well, I wasn't 100% sure.
Okay, so you'd like to know? Excellent. So it's not Greenpeace, but it's called Extinction Rebellion, and they're about trying to make the government take faster action on climate change. Scientists have kind of recently published a paper that suggests we have 12 years to dramatically reduce or almost eliminate our CO2 and methane emissions if we're going to, avoid irreversible climate change. So I don't know what your thoughts are now. Now you know a little bit about what they're about. What are your thoughts?
I don't get why you're blocking cars, because a car sitting still is releasing more emissions than a car moving. So
very intelligent point, and I covered that in my first video, which is it is an irony. You know, we're making it worse in the short term. I agree, but the idea is that a few days of this, they're only doing it for 3 days. It might, not definitely, but it might be a positive catalyst to implement change faster. I've made my point clear, and maybe I've changed the opinion. Maybe I've planted a seed. and you know, the whole butterfly effect of our existence, and you know, the tiny actions that we have and interactions with each other, and we just never really get to grasp the full consequence of those. You know, who knows what those 5 guys will go on to be, what they'll want to do in their lives, who they'll meet and who they'll influence. So I think when you think of it like that, and how we're all connected, and how the smallest interaction can have a massive impact on someone in such a positive way, I think that is enough motivation to keep going.